Hey, this is Roaming Millenial. Welcome back to my channel. Everyone watching today, here I have Richard Spencer.
And I'm Creationist Cat, the Lord's chosen cat. But I'm guessing that your audience probably knows that by now. So, hey, just continue what you were saying about Richard Spencer. Don't let me interrupt.
He is the president of the National Policy Institute, a think tank in DC, and he is one of the most prominent alt-right advocates.
And I, of course, was zapped by God through the internet, endowing me with superhuman cat intelligence. I've got a variety of extraordinary superpowers. Don't want to brag.
Thank you so much for joining us today.
My pleasure.
Rich, she's clearly talking to me. Gotta pay attention, man. You gonna pay attention? Alright, 'cause Rich, look at the expression on William's face there. She's not happy, man. You gotta speak when you're actually spoken to. Now, are you sure you can do that? Okay then, Miriam, your first question for me, please.
Now, you are, if I'm not mistaken, one of the people who helped coin the term alt-right. Is that right?
No. That was actually Richard Spencer here who did that. Did you do any research before this interview? Like at all? Oh, no, don't do the pouty face. That just makes me feel guilty. Tell you what, I came here to talk about establishing a white ethno-state. Let's just wipe the slate clean and start over. Oh, yep, there's that winning smile we all love. So, Miriam, ask your next question.
Now, I think maybe more so than any other political movement right now, there has been a lot of confusion about what the alt-right exactly is. So in your own words, how would you describe the movement and its goals?
Rich, that question's for you.
Well, I would describe it, if I could sum it up in one word, I would say identity. It is an identitarian movement. It's an identity politics for white people in North America and really around the world.
Yes, and if I had to sum it up in only one word, the word would be racist. It's a pretty racist movement. I mean, let's be real for a second. If your local country club wanted to say ban all blacks, Asians, Indians, Jews, etc., you'd probably say, no, that country club is pretty racist. Well, we want to kick those same people out of the fucking country. So yeah, it's an identitarian movement, just like Spencer says, and that identity is racist. So hey, Richie, would you say that race is of vital importance?
Not only is race of vital importance in terms of understanding ourselves and understanding the world, but it's something we really need to talk about explicitly. We need to form a politics that is at least in part.
Hold up! Alright. Now, which one of you two is clanging a couple of coconut shells together? Come on. Really? Neither of you are going to say anything. Guys, it can't be me. You can see my paws right here. Process of elimination has to be one of you two. Roaming Millenial, you're part Pacific Islander, so I'm guessing it's you. You would have access to the coconuts. Alright, well, since you're all a bunch of cowards, apparently, let's just move on.
And I think it's interesting how much you've mentioned identitarianism. I think for a while, especially for a long time, I was being mistaken for alt-right. I think people like Paul Joseph Watson, Lauren Southern, if you're familiar with her, they're still mistaken for being alt-right.
Yeah,
and I think
that is craziness. That Lauren Southern was mistaken for being alt-right. How on earth could something like that happen? It's a mystery. And Paul Joseph Watson, I mean, all he did was outright declare that he was in the alt-right, and then said that the left created us being the alt-right. So yeah, I really have no clue how this happened.
I had a stream on my channel, I think it was a couple weeks ago, I think I mentioned Millennial Ghost, and, you know, his end goal would be to, I guess, sort of deport non-white Americans, even if they were born in the States, to their own nations. You know, the idea of resegregating. But where would you stand on something that's perhaps a little bit more radical like that idea?
Right. I would ultimately agree with this notion. I do think that something like re-immigration is certainly possible and that it could be done ethically.
Although, we probably should tell them that in a Washington Post article, you did admit that it very well could trigger a large-scale bloodshed, and that maybe it could be horribly bloody and terrible. Although that's a possibility with anything. You could stub your toe, and it could end in massive bloodshed. So, don't sweat it, guys.
In your mind, if this policy were to go forward, would it involve convincing people that it is best for them to go back, or would it involve, force removal?
I think it would actually involve payments, but it would by necessity involve finding solutions that I think at the beginning would probably involve payments.
Yes, this all sounds very feasible. We're going to ship out literally millions of people. Give them a little bit of spending money, maybe 40 acres and a mule when they arrive at their destination. I am sure Spencer has crunched the numbers on this and accounted for accommodations and furnishing, artillery for the myriad of people who are forced to re-emigrate to violent war zones. Hey, we could throw in some Big Mac coupons, maybe an iPod Shuffle. This is gonna be a cinch!
I think there are also some solutions could be reached that are innovative, like allowing African Americans to create a new state for African Americans, a state that has natural resources, say giving them, I don't know, all of Florida.
Okay, brilliant idea alert! Brilliant idea alert! We can give them Florida. They're used to tropical climates, so they love it. We can rename it Blackistan. They'll be able to manufacture hip-hop at rates never previously imaginable. It'll be their #1 export. Their GDP will go through the roof. Don't you even worry. The blacks are gonna be Hey, stop! That is really annoying. No, seriously. Look, I do not know which one of you no-good white trash hockey crackers is responsible for that, but knock it off! Look, sorry for snapping at you. It's just, you guys are really making me hate white people right now.
Huge thank you to the Legion of Extraordinary Shodomites. Stop being a do-nothing, go-nowhere, directionless loser with your brain up your butt and become an extraordinary Shodomite today. Links, as always, are down below in the Christ box. Creationist Cat, home of the best Christ box on the internet. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do.
What the hell are you doing? It's like the worst outro ever. This is pathetic. We've been here 3 hours, and neither one of you will tell me which one is making the coconut noises. What are you guys trying to pull, huh? Why are you covering for each other? Spencer, do you know what this is? Degeneracy. Degeneracy!